So what were we
Welcome
saying?
back.
Back
We
in
were
the
talking about
green
The
room?
Irishman. How I heard you paint houses movie.
Oh yeah.
The Irishman, and in the movie, from what I understand, in the behind the scenes, there's a scene where like has to get off of the couch, and they say action, and he gets off of the couch, and they're like cut, and he's like, "How'd that look?" And he goes, "Looks like an 80-year-old getting out of a couch." He's like, "That's good enough," you know. Anyway.
Yeah, if you go back and watch any of his early movies, just have him look at that. This is how you walk downstairs. This is how you get out of a couch, right?
Yeah, it's something. It's funny. Like at 80 years old, you'd forget how to sit in a chair as a 30-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like you think you'd have like 50 years of experience of doing that.
Yeah, not a lot of 80-year-olds turning the chair around backwards and sitting on it that way, you know. Not
or
a
if
lot
they
of
do, not getting up.
not
out
getting
of
up
it, you
again.
know? Like that's just
Without
how that
help,
scene's
at
gonna
least.
end. You know, in the movie, he just never left the house. He's just still sitting there.
It's great for when you're 80 years old and you're bow-legged, you can just slide that chair right between your legs. You don't even have to do anything. You just
Oh, that's why most of those guys go to work on Yellowstone. You know, they just fit right on the horse like a Lego.
Speaking of which, I was watching a Western yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
And there's like four guys riding along. They're chasing somebody, and they're camping out at night. And they're bouncing.
No spoilers, please.
And they're eating beans and all that. What do you think the underwear situation is for these guys?
They never show laundry day in those westerns, do they?
They don't. And by the way, don't you think that they'd all have like massive hemorrhoid problems? Like they're eating meat and they're bouncing in the saddle and they're wearing crusty old underwear.
Yeah.
I would think it would be just
their life expectancy is like 2 years.
Yeah.
And that whole Western period didn't last more than 25, 30 years.
Yeah, it's like the golden age of piracy was like 60 years.
It was like nothing. and it wasn't, it was only a very short time when they actually wore cowboy hats.
Yeah.
Right.
They used to wear derbies and stuff like that, and just regular hats. Those cowboy hats didn't come in until way later, and it was only a little bit.
They were like the dime store novels.
We were recreating it that we started wearing cowboy hats like that's the way it used to be, but nobody wore that stuff, you know.
No,
not in the originals.
No, you wore what you had.
You know? Well, I mean, yeah, if you imagine having hemorrhoids and having a real bad sunburn.
Especially if you were like an outlaw and you got captured and now your butt's in the air in the sun the whole way back, you know?
Yeah, right.
I'm actually sitting here imagining if I had hemorrhoids and a really bad sunburn. So I like to do it.
Sounds painful all over.
To finish that experience. Yeah.
I'm a method actor, so I'll be right back.
What did they have on the trolley on the train? You know,
what trolley?
You know, when for the old West, when people
you mean
coming
that,
out west,
that thing?
Well, like to eat on the train.
Oh, beefsteak, I'm guessing.
Yeah, buffalo.
It was all buffalo and beef. I mean, that again, hemorrhoids, right? If you're eating beef and beans all the time, first of all, really, really bad farts. But also, I mean, I think you're just pushing like crazy. I think you're popping out hemorrhoids left and right.
Yep.
Right.
And that's why all the cowboys had beards.
And probably
that's why they stood tall in the saddle. They stood up in their saddle, so they didn't have to bounce on those. Anyway,
you shouldn't call it Yellowstone. They should call it kidney stone. Gallstone or something.
Yeah. Gallstone. Gulf of America stone.
Yes.
Did you change your map yet, Barry?
No, I can't afford it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a purist about it.
See, does it even
back in history?
Oh yeah, it says.
It says pick up milk. I was using it as my shopping list until I ran out of space.
Oh boy.
So how's everybody's week?
I was just going to say the same exact thing. Boy, we
share the same brain. I'll send it back to you tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like a car. Make sure you fill it up before you bring it back.
You always give me back my brain with no fluids in it.
Well, at least it'll be absent the Old West hemorrhoid conversation.
Yeah.
So that saves a little bit of work for Tom.
So Steve's not here today, at least not yet. He might pop in.
Yeah,
He's
he
busy
always.
fixing a.
Oh, does that mean I get to do days?
You get to do what?
The days, the National Day.
No,
Oh.
but you get to lean back into your green screen and disappear every once in a while, like he does into the sharks.
Thanks. It's my Acme headquarters.
Are you outside the courthouse or something?
No, it's Acme headquarters where Carmen Sandiego is. You know, the headquarters where the Acme people are. They go after Carmen Sandiego.
Mm-hmm.
Who's she? Yeah.
Video game character.
Is she Waldo's wife?
No wonder you can't find him.
No. Yeah, right. Well, yesterday I went to the Bartow Sci-Fi and I got to be Poison Ivy for the day, and it was awesome. In case anybody's wondering how my week went.
Is that like at Home Depot or something, like in the garden center?
No, it was like an outdoor comic convention.
Oh.
Oh.
So it comes with like a lot of vendors and some sunburn.
They're putting a lot of faith in that it doesn't rain, especially because it's comics, you know?
They are, but I don't think it has rained
No.
any time I've been there. So
No. Right down the street from Doghouse Theater, they've had the Delray Beach Open tennis tournament for the last 2 weeks. So
Oh,
today,
nice.
Today was
I
the
used
last.
to watch that when I was a kid.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Any
now we
famous
have
people
to,
there?
I don't know. No, it just screws up the parking around the theater. But other than that, every
Kurt
once in a
Russell
while
wasn't
you hear,
there or anything?
every once in a while you hear somebody from miles away shouting out, "Little help!"
And then yeah, I had nothing.
Finish
I
your
was trying
sentence,
to
Alex. I was
something. I was
pleased.
trying to say something, funny, but no.
Yeah,
it's just-
I had nothing at the same time.
Your brain must be
we're
halfway.
sharing the same brain.
Right, right. It's in transit. Yeah. Do you have anybody have the tracking number?
Amazon killed our mailbox.
Oh,
They
no.
backed up into it like a month ago. My buddy was like fighting with them, thinking that they would come out and put a new post in the ground and put the mailbox on.
That's
Yeah,
Amazon.
That sounds
They
like a
said
good
no.
payout day. You should sue them for that or something.
Yeah. Here's a pro tip: get a police report.
Yes.
'Cause
You didn't get a police
If you don't have a
report?
police report, it's all just he said, she said.
Yeah.
We weren't even home, dude.
Oh. Well, don't you have cameras or something?
No, because I trust people.
So how do you know
Oh.
Amazon did that?
Good thing I don't live nearby.
Neighbor said it.
Hearsay.
The neighbor told us. Yeah,
Hearsay,
the neighbor said
yeah.
it. It was Amazon.
The neighbor doesn't have cameras.
Unreliable eyewitness.
No, they have camera pointing at my bedroom, but that's about it. Like it didn't.
No.
It wasn't pointing at the mailbox.
I see.
Alex, I have news for you. We all have cameras pointed at your bedroom.
And you
Barry,
can
what are you
too
doing
if
with
you
the
get with
footage?
Alex's OnlyFans here on Dawn Patrol.
It's about the most boring video I've ever seen.
I start around 6 p.m. Eastern time Sunday, and I run all the way through until Sunday about 4:59.
Is it that boring? Why don't we feature it on this show then?
The other day I was opening
Comment
mail
on it.
naked.
Oh. Oh wow.
How did you get the mail without the mailbox?
Whatever, Danelle.
Good catch. Good catch.
Whatever.
It's a lie.
Thank you.
We don't have to make it about me.
You're the one who was talking.
I'm just sharing stories here.
Morty
share that
wasn't
it's
in the
national-
mailbox at the time, was he?
No, I think Morty's still in Mordor.
Morty
It's
door.
National No One Eats
Something.
Alone Day, by the way.
What is it?
It's National No One Eats Alone Day.
Oh,
So hopefully Morty's not eating alone today.
oh, There we are. Excellent.
National Not Eating Alone Day.
No one eats alone.
Yeah, but there are people eating alone today.
Not according to
Not
the
in this
news.
country.
Nobody can eat alone nationally.
Do you not understand?
This is that socialism I'm talking about all the time. No one's going to tell me who I eat with.
Now it's American No One Eats Alone Day. So.
That's right.
Actually, it's going to turn into No One Eats with America Day.
It is.
We're going to be the kid at the schoolyard that everyone's just like, yeah. Well, let's see if anybody else is there to pick.
Well, it's also National Do a Grouch a Favor Day. So
Oh.
Americans could probably use that too.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Well, I am sending your brain back, Tom. So you're welcome.
Are you? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Good. I'm glad you are.
So it's No One Eats a Grouch Day, huh?
Alone.
No one eats a
Alone.
grouch alone. Well,
With
you'd have
almonds.
to have with almonds.
Because it's National Almond Day. So you could tie
Oh.
all those three in.
National
I
That's
couldn't
really
tell you
good
the
to know.
last time. I think the last time I bought almonds, I was at an AM/PM.
You're already jumping to segue?
I'm not jumping. I'm just saying. I'm just sharing.
You had 2 minutes left. I bought
Don't
almonds today.
interpret my words.
Why I was thinking the same thing once again. Same again. I don't know.
I don't even know what an AM/PM is. Is it still a thing? Does anyone
There's-
know?
Is it?
There's
Still
one out by-
relevant.
I'll tell you
there-
what. One thing about AM/PM, you can extract a whole lot of different segments out of their one training
video.
video.
Well, you have to be able to do everything to work at the AM/PM because
Let me
obviously
show
it's
you.
in the name. You know,
Let me show you what I mean.
you never leave it.
Let me show you what I mean.
All right, so we're like fire people. That's not the medical term.
There she is. There he is. There he is. He's there. She's there. He's
All
there.
these people stole your dog.
And John Stotson with the weather.
Andy Dufresne with sports.
That pizza did not look appetizing.
Brought to you by Hendrickson Toyota.
And I'm Andy Rooney.
American name.
Why don't you tell Sid
Japanese
everything he
product.
needs to know about receiving stuff?
I've done it enough times. Bet I could call off all the points. First,
Hey, why don't you
vendors
do it
must
without
park
the
in a
attitude,
designated
bud?
area, not to block windows or views into the store. Never come in during lunch, before 7 a.m. or after 4 p.m.
Did I miss something? Are we in
Test
last
that we make
week's
every
show?
delivery at the same time of day.
No,
every
this
day
is
of the week,
completely new.
every week.
Oh,
Why?
I'm telling you,
Store
I love
manager
Kramer,
calls
dude. Wait until he
one
does
vendor
something
at a time,
crazy.
And be sure to sign in as soon as you come in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Barb told me about that. Seems pretty logical.
Thanks.
Sure does.
Does Barb make you take off your pants too?
What we're doing, and I can get out of here faster.
It also
Call me
gives us
Bud.
a chance to stay current about what's on special.
Let's bring
But
his
you'll learn
Make
about
Bud
that
Great
later.
Again hat.
I understand. So what's next, Greg?
I check your store for any outdated product. If I find any, I pull it. Bring it here and write up a credit ticket. Then I bring your delivery to a neutral
His
location.
face looks
where you
slappable.
touch count it.
Touch count everything, Sue. And while we're doing that,
So does hers, actually.
we spot check for the expiration date.
Look
Make
at
sure
that.
How about I
everything's
count
fresh
you
and
for
not
dinner?
mixing with the old.
Did you see her rip that thing open?
Yeah.
Got it. Now you only have to taste 3 or 4 per case to make sure they're good.
Make sure you touch every one because you can't count to 12 just by looking.
Multi-sensory experience.
Or 24. I guess you can't count it.
Really?
Man, you ripped those apart like my grandma.
And check everything on the
Yep, there's
invoice,
23
and
in
then
there,
check
all right.
math. Then multiply the number of units by the cost of each unit. And that's
Today's
the
the
same
9th.
figure as Greg has written down here. And make sure it adds up right.
Yeah. Greg's a bit of a unit.
Then you sign the invoice, keep the original, and give
And
the
then
vendor the
throw it
copy.
away.
That's almost right.
Almost.
Crumple it up and
But
eat
I
it.
forgot to tell you not to give me the copy and let me go until I clean the daily mess I've made.
I was going to tell him that later.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh, sure you were.
Yeah.
I'm sure Barb appreciates not having to teach me everything.
Anytime.
Bud is so smart.
See you next
isn't he?
time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Bud.
He's nicer to her
Solve
than
everything?
Bud is.
Not quite. He forgot a few important points. Now, it doesn't apply in Greg's case, but usually you have to make sure that you flatten or inspect all the cartons before the vendor leaves. He could take merchandise out in them by mistake or otherwise.
Yeah, he
Otherwise,
looks like he'd steal it.
So what's next?
So there's
He
two
leans on
areas:
all the cans.
promotional displays.
Ah!
Now, always keep a sharp eye on the displays. Make sure that they're neat and full
I
and that
have
the
a sharp
right
eye.
price sign is on them. And never use a vendor's rack to
keep a
hold
sharp
the
Yeah,
eye
he's
on
awful.
everything.
Now, the same
I
is
carry a
true
knife with
for
me.
the
Is that
baskets behind
okay?
the sales counter. Each has a sign and should always be kept full. They're great for impulse sales. Now, finally, the sales counter. Everything has its own space and should be kept full.
Yeah.
Each
Oh.
of these rows holds 14 packs of cigarettes. Keep your eye on them, and when there's 4 left, refill them. That way, they will hold an entire carton. Now you're ready for impulse sales.
Impulse sales.
Let me take over from here.
Oh, Jesus.
Very
Did I say
simple,
you could
and it
touch
really
me,
relates
Bill?
to stocking the store. You see, a customer comes in and finds what he wants
I'm
easily
important. I don't have
because
to
the
wear a
stock
white
is
shirt.
full and faced correctly. Then a display, full and inviting, catches his eye, and he buys that too. And then we help them along with a little upselling at the register. Now that's why we
Jesus, can't I just
all
buy
the
a
stock at the
sandwich?
sales counter is full and fresh. That's the best area for added sales.
So in stocking, I should probably concentrate there.
Well, I want the whole store stocked, but if I had to
Yeah,
tell
so
you
go
what
do
to
that.
first,
Wow.
it would be the fast food area. Then the cooler doors, particularly the soda and the beer.
Oh, those.
Then the candy section. And lastly, the gondolas.
The
gondolas.
gondolas?
Everything, but particularly the areas where we do the most.
I didn't know we
business.
sold boats here.
I knew that just putting up the groceries sounded too easy.
Are the rules
But it all
different on
goes
the
together
purge
now.
night?
But right now, why don't I show you how to run the pizza warmer?
Why don't you get in and make sure it's
The
okay?
pizza warmer and the food warmer are both just heated cabinets. Properly used,
Ah.
they keep our food above 140 degrees until served.
I think she's hitting on me.
Both of them have variable controls.
I'd like your heated
that you
cabinet.
have to set to maintain the product temperature. Now, to make sure that the food doesn't get over 155 degrees. If it does, it'll dry out and it won't last as long.
If it does, you travel back in time.
And start the pizza warmer with a high temperature setting and a low humidity setting. That will keep moisture
The
from forming
temperature
on
is
the
either
glass.
moist or cool. Is
Now,
that
preheat
correct?
this unit for
Yes.
at least 20 minutes before putting the pizza in. Now, when the temperature reads between 165 and 170 degrees,
Now, should it be
turn the
Celsius or
humidity
centigrade?
control to halfway between
Kelvin.
medium and high. You need that much humidity to keep the pizza from drying out.
Ah, the humidity.
Now, don't depend on
Remember,
the
it's
thermometer
not the
to
All
heat
the
the unit.
humidity.
Hang an
Stupidity.
oven thermometer from the bar that holds the middle pan. It
Don't
should read
sell the
150
thermometer.
degrees.
Over here in the
When
Italian
it's in
food section.
operation, the pizza warmer will use about 3 quarts of water a day. When it's full, the green light will go on for about 30 minutes. Now, if the red light goes on, the
And the
unit
green
needs
light
water.
isn't.
Fill it with distilled water until
This
the red light goes off
is a
and the
hole.
green light goes
Sometimes
on.
I like to just fill it
Be
with
careful
vodka.
not to overfill it. And all of these instructions are on the back of the pizza warmer.
I wonder if that would make the pizza taste different.
It doesn't have any. It's not humidity controlled.
You idiot.
God, don't you listen to anything? This is why you work at a gas station.
Wrong. You must check what's happening in the Mirko and the pizza warmer at least 3 times a day, and more often is better.
Call at
You
night.
put quality food in, and it can get ruined if you don't watch it.
Hey, pizza oven,
That's
I'm
why
just
we have
calling to see how you're
thermometers
doing.
installed.
Why do we
Just
need
thinking
Doing
of you.
okay?
Warmer
Just want you to
temperatures
know we
will
all care
change
about you.
with the amount
Just
of food
thinking
we
about
put in,
you.
the temperature the food was at when it went in,
Kevin, your
and
mom's
the
on the
amount of time
phone.
that the doors are open.
No more questions, finally.
And we fill products from the rear. Now, each
I'd rather
item
use
has
my
a label
hand.
showing its place
That's
in the
funny because
warmer.
I fill product
We
in the
call them
rear.
displays or
Oh.
planograms. It tells us how to display the products.
This is how you store
You
the
may change
meatballs.
the plan from day to day,
You
or
have to
even
draw
hour to
all the
hour,
products.
as one product sells faster than the other. The point is, you should always follow the plan so customers can find products
God, I
easily.
dislike her so
Jesus, just throat puncher already.
Cook less more often, and keep hot things hot and cold things cold.
Who's talking?
Oh.
Is this my conscience?
God, is that you?
Now the oven should be cooled down by now,
Oh,
ready to bake
still
the
her.
cookies. Now the oven is now set at 275 degrees, and that's the right temperature.
To put your face in it.
The only thing you need to change is the timer setting for different cookies.
Oh.
So you look up on the wall chart for that too.
Good God,
Oh.
why do you have
Not
so many
just
different types of
varieties
cookies?
that need different cooking times.
There was pizza up
Change
there too
other
and other
bread.
stuff.
Well, who's going to order a pizza cookie?
First, put this special
Let's
cookie
hate
filling
hot
on that
cookies.
tray.
I didn't make the rules.
That keeps them from sticking.
Chocolate chip
Then lay
pizza.
out the
Here we
frozen
go.
dough. Spacing is important.
Don't eat the
You do
dough
not
because
want
it's
flat
radioactive
tires
and your
caused by spacing
legs will
cookies
fall
too
off.
close to each other. One pan will hold 12. We
Can you
make up
count
to
to 12?
36 cookies
Count
at
them
a
by-
time,
with
using
your
only
fingers.
the top, bottom, and middle racks of the oven. I'll set the timer and get this batch cooking while you put the rest of the dough back in the freezer.
Wow.
Okay.
Always
That was
remember
easy.
our motto: keep hot things hot and cold things cold.
Oh my God.
And warm things warm, and medium things medium.
All
Metal
right,
things
keep
metal.
hot
Now these are
things
done.
Moist things.
You
cold.
have to let them sit in the pan for 15 minutes before you put them out.
I
Now
thought they were
remember,
supposed to be hot.
Hey, babe.
Please.
play them.
Nice rack.
You always want to
I'm
put
go-
the fresh cookies in the rear. Well, that's all you need to
What,
know to
she's
be a
talking
great
about her rear
PM
again?
cook. Now all you need is a little practice.
Nice cookies.
The two
Key
most
points.
important rules in fast food are cook less more often and
What is
keep
that,
hot things
God?
hot and cold things cold.
You know, all this talk about safety's got me thinking about something else.
Go
What if
forth
there
and
really is a
emulsify.
fire? What should I do? Well, you act fast. The first
Oh,
thing
I'm
you
sorry,
do
I wasn't
is throw
asking
the
you.
emergency pump switch
Where'd
and the
that guy come
emergency
from?
switches in the switch box to prevent the flow of gas.
You guys want to
into the
move? I'm
underground
trying to
tanks.
fill up.
Can't we just turn the pump switch off at the cash register?
No, absolutely not.
No.
That switch
No.
only shuts down the hoses. Not
Why
the
are there only
submerged
men
pumps.
out at the
The
gas
danger would
station
still be
talking
there.
about the
You
emergency
have to
pump?
shut down the submerged pumps.
There's a woman belonging in the
Now,
kitchen,
once
clearly
the pumps
here.
are shut down, you call the fire department, and then you call the manager right away to let him or her know just exactly what's happening.
Isn't
At least there could be a
anything else
female
we can do
manager.
ourselves? Say if there's a small
No
car
such
fire
thing.
or something.
Oh, sure there is.
Danelle, this is the
portable
90s
fire
we're talking
extinguishers we
about.
keep in good working order.
I loved
and
it. This guy
charged
went
for
on to
situations
be
like that.
Yeah, but you said to shut
the
down
Samwise
pump.
Gamgee in Lord of
How
the
do you do
Rings.
that?
But like Jack said, that's done with the emergency switch and the electrical panel in the back. But right now, let's go ahead and complete the pump inspection area. We'll show you
Yeah,
that. in
stop
just a
asking
moment.
somebody stupid
Another
questions.
Hey,
thing
why
need
don't
to
you
do,
stop being a
check the
know-it-all in
hoses
front of the
often for any
boss?
sign of a leak. Okay, if you do find a leak, the pump cannot be used until it's replaced or repaired.
He just like
Also
catches on
check the
fire.
hose retractor. Make sure that the hose is in
If
its
it's too
proper
dark, just light a
position.
match.
This is just exactly how it's supposed
If
to
you
be.
smell gas,
The
just
nozzle
hold the
should
flame a
develop
little bit further
problem.
away.
The pump needs to be taken out of service, tagged, and locked until
Tag.
it can be repaired. And always let the manager know right away whenever there's a
Tag
Jesus,
it and
man, I
tag
just
it.
learned how to make the coffee.
And
Tag
notice
teaming
this,
this poor guy.
shouldn't be laying around here. Someone must have forgotten it.
My
Can you pump
lunch.
gas into that?
No, didn't you
sure.
say you huff
It's a
gas,
approved
Bill?
container for gasoline. However, if it weren't, though, by law, it must not be filled.
He's
Say
been
if a
eating too
customer
many of
comes
those
to the store
pizzas.
with a non-approved container, say a milk jug or a bucket, a glass jar, something like that.
That happens every time you put a
activate the
hurricane.
gas pump. Okay?
All right.
All right. Pump area looks just fine. Let's go take a
Remember,
look
always
at the
keep
emergency
one hand
switch
in your
and
pocket.
the electrical panel.
This is gonna get good now.
It's so random.
Now, here's the emergency switch we've been
He's still
talking
got his
about.
hand in his
Stripping
pocket.
this switch shuts down the underground turbine pumps, which you might need to do in case of an emergency when gas is leaking.
You have to crawl through the
But wouldn't it be
underground
quicker to
turbine
use
pumps
the
to turn it
emergency
back on
shut-off
again.
switch on the cash register?
Do you know where it is?
Shut off the dispensers, but the turbines would still be live. You see, the register switch doesn't shut off the submerged pumps.
You
To
idiot.
shut them off, you have to use either this emergency pump
The second
switch
time he's
or
asked
the
about
pump
that switch.
switches in the electrical
Meanwhile,
panel
3 feet
box.
away, some
Bob, why don't
weirdo's
you
like
join
writing all
us
this
now?
down.
Okay.
Look, stuff happens. Just run.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the electrical panel.
Oh,
The individual pump switches are here. But let's talk about
thought it was
safety
my
first.
locker.
Now, we always keep the
When you
area
touch this
around
switch,
the
you
panel clean and free of
just...
any stock or equipment. And never use any tools of any kind around the electrical panel. Now, all the switches
You
are
could
labeled.
be
Use
one,
your
though.
fingers or your
Marked in
tongue.
red
Not
are the
even a
ones that need
stick?
to be turned off in the emergency.
Poor guy pumping gas right now.
These switches on the sides of the red box.
Hey, who shut the oven off?
And the switches
Who
marked in
turned
red
off my iron lung?
are the ones that need to be turned on at dusk and off at dawn.
Okay, let's see.
Is that why they call it
Pump
AM
switches that are
PM?
Shut down
What's
the
dust?
submerged pumps. Red marking means to turn off an emergency. Along with these are
Unless there's an army of angry orcs
the white
outside, and
means
turn
turn
everything.
on at dusk and off at dawn.
That's right. Okay. Now the next item.
Hey,
in our
how did you
inspection
kill
should be
that
the fire
spider?
extinguishers. You'll find them located at the front door and also in the back room.
Red things.
And next is the exit doors. The exit doors are very important because they're used for escape in any emergency. And when seconds
Do
count,
not enter
if
through
there's
the
an
exit.
obstacle or an obstruction,
I repeat.
it could cost someone's life.
Remember,
outright.
3 of the doors are painted. There's only one real
And
door.
you see, you should always keep the floor clean and clear. Anything on the floor is a hazard.
clear.
This mop is even a hazard. Maintenance
Not
items
the
like
hazard,
need to be
definitely.
stored properly and carefully. And you should always use these wet floor cones whenever you mop.
We get them from
To
France.
wait until no one was here before.
Why did you buy cones that are
Well,
wet?
only for general cleaning. But if something is spilled, it's already a hazard. The best time
Now
to
here's a
clean it up
little
is right away.
puddle of vomit from that 2-year-old. Remember?
Remember that lady that shit her pants an hour ago?
Okay. We're mopping.
Just
And
smearing around. That's it.
That's
So
a
did you
hazard.
do anything at work, Ted? No, I just watched
All right, let's
everybody
show you
again.
the storage room.
You literally just smeared
Everything
around what
here
that
should be
was.
stored neatly, so we know
Yeah.
where it is and accidents don't happen.
Got a problem with that?
A tall stack of boxes.
I
could be
would think you
trouble.
would.
If it's not
clean it.
balanced and it falls,
You
it
look
could
like a
hurt
tall
someone.
stack of boxes.
Now let's review
So where do I
our
store the
handling
knives?
procedure.
On the top of the
The
shelf.
first step is controlling the money that comes in and goes out of the
Yeah.
drawer. And
Follow
that's
the
what
money.
automatic is for. Between the hours of 6
Don't
a.m.
take
and 9
Bitcoin.
p.m., cash in the register should never be more than $150. After 9
What
p.m.,
happens if it's
it
more
should
than
never be more than
$150?
$100.
Take the rest home.
Now, what if a lot of business comes
Pocket
in
it.
and the amount in the drawer goes over the limit?
Well,
That's
the
what I
only
want.
way to
Never
keep
happens.
track of your cash
A
is
siren will go off and a sign drops down,
Place
letting
where
you know
we
that you're
make
over the
safe
$150
Now,
limit.
as soon as you see that, finish the sale, press
And then
safe
shut off
drop,
the pumps.
and then put the money in the next numbered envelope.
And that's when I heard hit the
And drop
emergency
it.
shut off
What
valve.
if I need change?
Stop,
We have
drop,
a
and
change
roll.
fund that has some extra coins.
And
Now
then we
stop
use the
this video.
emergency exit door.
Yep, with the checkpoint.
Dude, there is so much to learn at AMPM. They really added a lot when they changed it from AMP to AMPM.
It's the M.
That was very informative.
I'm glad someone.
Was it?
I learned to keep the hot things hot and cold things cold.
And cook less more often and cook more often less.
Yes.
Don't
More.
touch the switch by the cash register if you want to turn off the pumps.
Sir, if you wanted anything cold, you should have ordered a burger.
Hit the blue switch. The blue switch is the red switch that says blue on it.
I should have taken the green pill.
The whole time he's there, he's just like, I should have worked at Shell.
Yeah.
That'll be next
Informative.
week's training video.
No, I think we pretty much milked the training video.
Of AMPM?
Yeah, although there was a milk section, but I left that out.
I don't remember seeing that part.
No. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Oh no, Alex, why did you have to say something?
Well, look, I mean, if we're going to start our careers at AMPM, we need to know everything we're doing.
Why don't we run that instead of Diaper Dan today?
Diaper Dan.
Poor Dan.
Because Diver Dan was in a really tough spot last time with the dancing ghosts.
Yes.
I care way more about the milk section than Diaper Dan.
And we need to know
How he gets out of there.
how he gets
The
out
guy
of
who was
it.
like hallucinating
Yeah,
the whole time.
it was a dancing skeleton ghost. For God's
Oh,
sake.
that's right. Yeah. I haven't
That's
seen
right. Damn right, that's right.
I bet people used to get into Times Square when the episodes were on because not everybody had a TV. So they just had to watch these giant, like a diver just move closer to Minerva and
Right, through the
everyone's
window of the TV
cheering.
store.
Yeah. Diver Dan in the 30s. It was awesome. Must have been awesome.
Yeah, or the Morse code version of Diver Dan.
Oh, remember the Diver Dan we saw before it was a talkie? That was crazy. He moved so fast and his pants were so high.
Yeah.
From what I understand, that accent's it's called a transatlantic accent.
What is?
The see, what do you know? See, like that whole accent,
No, it's Mid-Atlantic.
Mid-Atlantic.
Actually, the Mid-Atlantic.
Mariana's Trench.
Mid Atlantic was like the Audrey Hepburn, Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant. Almost sounded British, don't you know?
Well, Cary Grant was British, actually.
Oh,
Right.
was he?
Yeah.
Huh.
Catherine
That's still
Hepburn.
considered Mid-Atlantic.
She picked that up at college.
Yeah, it's they
okay.
the way they talked in the 30s. Some
Right.
people still do. They tried to sound half British and half American, and that was like
I think-
upper class. They call that Mid Atlantic. Yeah.
Yeah, from what I understand, they actually used to teach it in like acting schools and
Yeah,
stuff, or it was
yeah.
like a method or whatever, a
That's
style
cool.
of speaking.
Well, I was taught in college. Well, I already knew this, but I was actually part of a course that we were taking was acting and performance for the camera, and part of that was losing your accent.
Yeah.
All right, Tom, take your shirt off. We're ready for you.
And they had to do that because all those people, those locals from Rochester, were trying to act, and it was Rochester chocolate, vanilla, water, and
Yeah.
it was very upsetting. And so they were trying to get people to lose their accents. But I had lost mine years before.
I was
that.
wondering why you didn't have a New York accent.
Yes,
I got rid of it.
Same here. When I started doing radio years and years ago, and you hear your voice all the time, you kind of retrain yourself. Now I regret it. Yeah. Did you say you regret it? I regret it. I wish I still had my original accent.
I still, I was talking to someone exactly about this just last night. He was saying the same kind of thing, and that when we get agitated, the Brooklyn comes back. I can do it. I can jump back into it. But it was before radio. It was when we moved out of Brooklyn, and suddenly I was around a few people who didn't speak that way. Most of the people around me in Long Island did, because they all came from Brooklyn too, or the Bronx. But then I started to meet Midwesterners who were living there, and like, park? You're going to the park? Hey, Mom, he says he's going to the park. And he means the park. The park. And then I realized, wait a minute, there is an R. I don't have to sound like this the rest of my life, and so I stopped. But I did. Just said, I'm not doing that anymore.
I've been trying to train my kids their whole lives how to speak New York, and you know it bugged me to no end. I hope none of them are watching. But Tom, how do you say AUNT?
I say ant.
Okay, Danelle.
Ant.
Yeah, Alex. Ant. Me too. My girls say aunt, and it drives me freaking crazy.
That would drive me nuts.
Where did you get that?
I think it's correct, but it would drive me nuts.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like aluminium.
Well, yeah. Although, there's a story about that. The Brits originally said aluminum.
Did they?
They did. They invented the word. They said aluminum, and then they changed it to aluminium. But by then, we had already started saying aluminum.
That's just like the Brits too. Other people start using it, and then they're like, "No, we call it something different."
Yeah,
I call it mini moolah.
It's a cookie. No, it's a crisp.
Yeah.
Chips are crisps, I thought.
Chips are
French
fries.
Oh, right.
Crisps are
chips.
Cookies.
Crisp are chips.
No, what's a cookie? As a biscuit.
Biscuit, yes. I was like, crisp has to do with
I'd be at Disney and they're like, "Mommy, can I get a biscuit?"
We're gonna
I
find
just
out
look
more
right
about
at him. I'm like, "It's a cookie."
We're gonna find out more about cookies a little bit later. We've got Mr. Lee, one that we haven't seen in a long time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No, nice is the word. That's exactly how I was thinking of it. Yeah.
I saw Cookie Monster yesterday.
Just walking down the street, or
at the comic thing I was at.
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw
He
the new
entered for the
Captain America.
costume. Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no sense putting it off anymore then, since we're at the cookies. Let's get right to the cookies. I mean, just performed with Mr. Lee last night, as a matter of fact.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Great show. Good stuff.
A lot of fun.
It was a really, really wild show. It was wonderful. And Mr. Lee was just as wild as everybody else. I know it's hard to believe, but he was. This will make it easier to believe.
today on the show, on the Mr. Lee, the Popcorn Guy show, we're doing the Milano milk chocolate cookie.
I love those things.
Oh, they're so good.
Just the packaging, texture, and taste. And all scoring done on the 1 to 2,000 scale, 2,000 being the highest. Nobody gets 2,000. So let's get to it. The Milano cookie. First of all, this cookie, this packaging, it's like a legacy. Like one of those cookies that I think will always be on the store shelf. It's never going to go away. But with that, I have questions. I just have so many questions. Like, do people really love this cookie? Because growing up, I always feel like this is a cookie that you enjoy, but you never really have in your house. And then it'll show up in your house, and you'll eat it, and then it'll be gone for a long time. Like, do you guys normally keep this in your house?
100%
You only
love
buy
it.
it for special occasions. Is this a special occasion cookie?
I hate to admit, I think he's
That's
right.
what I don't know. Like, I understand you want to keep
Yeah,
Oreo cookie in your
yeah,
house,
he's definitely
keep
right
Oreos,
about that.
chocolate chip.
In my house, mint Milanos
Taste,
are special.
Done. But this,
Interesting.
is it all the time? I don't know. Let's get to it. First of all, the packaging. Classic. This is like, it's classic. They don't need to say too much. They got the nice photo of it. They got the name. It's made by Pepperidge Farm, and there actually is
So
a
close.
Pepperidge Farm in America. This actually cookie was started in Belgium. It was brought over from Belgium. It's actually a Belgian treat. And then the Pepperidge Farm people brought it to America. They hired one of their chefs to come over, teach them how to do it, and they started making this cookie.
Wow.
And who would have thought? that
Just
this
like
would have been
Breaking
such a
Bad.
big hit. It's the back is very simple, and I love this. A lot of packaging sometimes it's too much. They put too many too many words on it. They photos. It's like a cornucopia of all the different stuff you can do with their product.
cornucopia.
It's too much.
You say that?
This is beautiful. Look at this. Rich milk chocolate hidden between delicate cookies. Who wrote that? That's beautiful.
Belgian people.
If I ever was
Not
going to get a tattoo,
ChatGPT.
it would say rich milk chocolate hidden between delicate cookies.
That's Shakespearean.
I don't know where
That's
I'd
an
put
interesting
it, but it would be an
tattoo.
awesome tattoo with this little swirl thing right there. And the people would know. Say, what's that tattoo of? I'd be like, the cookie, the Milano cookie. Anyway, got sidetracked. Yeah, so this is what goes through my mind. Anyway, it's a save.
Eat the
Colonel
cookie!
Savor and cookie.
He's gonna
Artfully
go spend so
crafted.
much time with the packaging.
A lot of words, a lot of fancy words on this package. It's
Oh
not
my
my fault.
God.
Trust me. I'm a good reader.
Good glue. Good
So
glue.
we open up the package.
Oh, good.
Once
Look
again,
at that.
we
glue.
have good glue at the top. Like everybody always say, rule number 3, you got to have good glue. For what reason? For number 2, rule number 2 of the show is keep the air out.
There's the
So if
enemy.
you don't have good glue and you're not keeping the air out, you're not going to have good product.
No,
So
you're
good glue, good, and this is great. Look at this.
Aluminium.
This is the kind of stuff that makes me like really happy. You know, when you look inside the silver lining, aluminum foil helps
Mylar,
keep the
actually.
product fresh, keeps moisture in. Very important. And this is what I think really separates this cookie and this packaging from a lot of other packaging is when you open it up and you get in the camera. When you open it up, it comes in this like little tray thing. This little fancy tray. And you never know how many trays are in here.
Yes, you do.
You don't
Three.
know. And if you say you know, you don't know.
It's 3.
Because you don't know.
It's 3.
I'm going with 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
So there's 3.
3.
Maybe you
Yeah,
weren't
so
mine.
you do know.
Don't worry about it. Don't take it personal. Just asking for a friend. Okay, so we look at our cookies. We got the tray. We pull out the first cookie. There's 5
Who's he
cookies per
saying
tray.
not to
There's
get
3 trays, so
personal
there's about 15 cookies in here. First thing we're gonna do is our texture. Absolutely nothing came off, which is kind of cool. You can definitely see that the chocolate is showing.
Put it in
There's
your
rich milk
mouth.
chocolate hidden between delicate cookies. It's not hidden. Now I
Take
can't
the
get the
bite.
tattoo. Because people would say to me, what's that tattoo mean? I'd be like, it doesn't even mean what it's supposed to mean.
He already changed his mind. He's not
Only
getting the
with my
tattoo
tattoo.
anymore.
Anyway,
It was a bad
there's
idea.
the chocolate. It's not hidden. There's the cracker. Let's hear the
Break it in
crunch.
half. Thank you.
Disappointed in the crunch. I like a
It's a
solid
cookie.
crunch. I want to hear a crack.
It's gonna be soft.
Benefit of the doubt. Hear it one more time. No, not a good crunch.
You can
And
hear
then
it.
inside, what do we got? You know, one thing about these cookies, you can never, and I've tried this, you can't really break them apart like you can the Oreo.
Mutilating the
So
cookie.
when you break them apart, they come into little pieces, and you'll
Put
see
it
it's a
in your
very,
mouth,
very thin
Bastard.
Sorry. It's a very thin layer of chocolate. You're not getting too much chocolate on there, but it's all good. Let's try it out. Now, I have not had one of these in a long time. This is probably going to be years. It's been years, so let's see what it reminds me of. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why this is still. I mean, it's good, but
He went
now I
from
know
wanting
why you
a
don't keep this in
tattoo
your house.
to not
'Cause
liking
it's good
the
enough
cookie.
to buy, so it looks good on the shelf in your
You
pantry.
gotta have a glass of
But after
scotch.
you eat it, you're like, nah, I don't need this right now. And then you're in the supermarket, like maybe a few months later, you're like, oh, I love those, and you get it, and you forget again. I guess that's what's going on here. Because
there must be some childhood trauma associated with these cookies.
There is now.
So what'd you give it?
I'm feeling a really good score
What'd
here.
you give it?
I'm feeling the 1620.
What score would you
1590.
give it? I know what score I'm going to give it.
12.
You're watching the show.
12.50.
You're 6 minutes and
1480.
18 seconds into this. You have to be thinking in your mind what kind of score
He doesn't
you would
like
give this
it.
cookie based on
Maybe low.
your
No?
history of eating this cookie. And everybody knows nobody's getting a 2,000.
2000.
Not a. You know, the last show we went with Ding Dong.
It's hard to follow up the ding dong.
You
to be
know,
honest.
I got to be honest. You guys trust me with these reviews. I got to.
Don't be honest.
And how you gonna do that? This one.
Trying to read.
We're going. Got to do it. I'm sorry, Milano. Going 1525.
Oh,
I
so
think.
close there.
That's what I got. If you like this review, like it. If you want to share it, please share it. And more importantly, in the comment section, give me a thumbs up if you like it, a thumbs down if you don't like it. And I hope to see a lot more thumbs downs than I do thumbs up.
You will. Don't worry. Don't worry. Keep
Was that
flagging
bad? How
off
did it
the
get such a good
Milanos.
score?
Give him a thumbs down, Tom.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Alex, your
No,
guess was like
Oh.
1540,
Oh.
right?
Huh?
My
What,
God.
your guess was like 1540, wasn't it?
Oh, I love
Your
Milano.
guess was like really close to it.
I like Alyssa Milano. I don't-
Yeah, she's the best, but also you can't rip her apart and eat her chocolate.
I know.
That's all the Milanos. She's the best. Well, it's
Mhm.
hidden. That's because it's hidden, Alex. Her chocolate is hidden.
I love the Milano
I
cookie.
love Milano cookies. I wish there was more of them more of the time.
I would take less Milanos if they were bigger. You know, like a
Like
thicker chocolate,
Yeah.
like a.
I would take more Milanos
Like a
if there were
bar,
more
then.
of them.
Have
I
you
mean,
ever
if
had
there
the
were
Milano
more
Junior?
Milanos, I would take them.
I could see that working that way, Tom. You know, if there's more of them,
I
then you
think
can.
if you don't drink coffee, particularly dark coffee, you're never going to appreciate a Milano cookie.
No, 100%, 100%.
I'm sorry, not going to happen. There are just cookies like that if you don't drink coffee with them, you're wasting time.
It's true. It's true. What he said is true.
Well,
I thought you were bringing us back a Milano cookie.
no, but he's got some coffee or something like that there.
Oh,
I got
it's
tea. I
Tea.
ordered Thompson tea.
That looks good.
Thompson comes with a
That
tea
sounds-
bag.
Sounds like what I
Excellent.
drink when I'm sick or something.
No, I was just like, I'm trying to get away from like having to make coffee. So tea is so much easier. Just boil water and throw the sack in.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah. I had my-
Thompson's tea puts the tea in tea.
Thompson too. Also, it's in Thompson as well. The name.
Ah, yes. Oh, well, it's time for our favorite segment of the show.
Oh, see you guys next week.
No. Okay, our second favorite of the show. I personally, I don't know. I can't wait personally for this because it just
All right.
I'm ready.
fills me with
Dread, fear. Ugh.
It's gonna be so interesting, Barry. Come on.
Anybody know where I
That's
could get the
why we
fentanyl?
diaper down.
Hey, Scorchy, did you get the hookup?
Barney.
Captain Barney. Are we gonna see Barney?
Diver Dan is looking
There's a purple dinosaur in here.
Barney.
and very well armed. Will Dan escape this trap unharmed?
Oh, it looks like the circus came into town.
I was thinking this was fitting for Valentine's Day with a arrow. Just need a heart.
Looks like he's wearing Morty's hat.
His eyes are like a doll's eyes. Yeah, he does have Morty's hat.
Right here, my bucko.
Oh god, this is great.
Seeing things again.
Captain Barney takes orders from no one.
Oh, we got this again?
I don't know if you're deserving of my help yet.
That sounds like a mid-Atlantic accent.
Who is this diver Dan?
I think it does. You're right.
Mid-Pacific.
Is that Katharine Hepburn playing the ghost?
No, I think it's Charles Lawton.
I'm Katharine.
Pretty treacherous, those two. Just like that crew that mutinied on you years ago. Alas, if there's two things I can't stand, it's mutiny and treachery. I'll go on deck to investigate.
And drink more Ovaltine.
No, he can't. Stay out of sight. He's coming.
Hold this gun for me.
I'll need Baron, you numbskull.
I like how they use the Ed Wood music.
I told you to call me Baron, numbskull.
He died.
Okay, numbskull.
This is NASA. This is a NASA astronaut.
So that's why Skipper doesn't answer. What did you do with him? None of your business, you blubberhead. Why, you... Stay where
Why
you are.
you?
All right.
Why I oughta.
I see. Indeed, I do. Now,
You'd think they would
shall
increase
see
his
the
field of
grave
vision.
diver squirm. I've heard enough. It's time to scuttle those two rogues. Who said that? I didn't say anything, boss. I thought it was you. I spoke, Captain Barney.
Oh my God, it's Katharine Hepburn.
It's that ghost. Don't be a fool. This is a trick. If it is, it's a good one. Go get them, Captain Barney.
Holy cow.
What the hell?
You poor stop scared. Stay behind the gun, you fool.
Whoever wrote this scene sat back in their chair and was like, yep,
I've got it.
this is it. How
He's gonna
is
win an
Diver
award.
Dan?
Oh.
Wow.
Minerva's
Diver-
dead, Diver Dan. Minerva just got shot by a harpoon.
My day, I would have spared two of them with the same shot.
This is Diver Dan
Are you
meets
really
Squid
a
Game.
ghost?
It's like
Are you
Carnival.
doubting the word of Captain Barney? Not at all. At any rate, I'm grateful to you for saving my life. Now let's ride and pop.
No, what I'm going to do is throw the napkins on the ground and then I'll slap you.
Is it me or can you see his black smock?
I don't know. Where's Minerva?
Hello, please open. My car broke down. I need to use your phone.
I can't open it, Skip. I'm afraid to leave you while I go for tools. The Baron might come back.
Almost like
That's
he's a
not the
fish
secret.
and he could swim through.
You say there's no key for this lock? It was lost long ago and the ship went down. Yeah, what am I going to
Enough
do?
room.
I don't want to stay here.
Gee, if only I was small
It's
enough to
not
swim
so
between the
bad.
bars.
You
Really
see
want
it?
to get out?
Right
You'll
there.
skeleton kid. Now, where
How do I go where all those bubbles are going?
From a
Hmm.
skeleton, naturally.
Oh no, not again.
Really? Here goes.
I knew it. I knew it.
There it is.
I knew it.
This is seriously like brings up the whole question about the African swallow and the coconut. Can a fish swim with a key of ring keys? Ring of keys.
That sounds like the
Key
one,
ring.
Skipper.
It's like a sunken ship. It can't be that strong. Has it been rotting all this time?
Here we go. Look at that.
Oh wow. Didn't see that.
Congratulations. Welcome to my new home, Diver Dan.
Okay.
Thanks to Captain Barney.
If the door locks for
Thanks,
me
not the
outside,
opportunity.
how did they get the keys
We're both
inside?
grateful to you, Captain. And I'll tell you one thing. From now
Hmm.
on,
You're not supposed to
believe in
think,
ghosts.
apparently.
Goodbye.
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 Now, my skinny friend, let's you and I have a dance.
No, let's not,
15
please.
men on a dead man dance.
Oh, no. No.
Oh no, I knew it. He's coming back
no.
again.
Oh, God.
This is your brain on drugs.
This is why people took drugs.
You want to get me to start reading poetry? Show me more of this. Look
This
at
is where
that.
Pee Wee
Snickers.
Herman comes from. This is where all that stuff.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's the same dance.
The way his whole body falls apart and
So
everything.
our story comes to an end.
Is he gonna stay
Dan and
suspended
Skipper
now?
have made a new friend.
He stayed
They
suspended.
can't touch him, but they do see him. He's certainly there. Captain Barney the Ghost can go everywhere.
I have a
Barney.
certain set of skills.
Flapping and crapping. Tipping and flapping.
Pooping on your childhood. I love
Still
the
no
show.
Minerva.
I love the reality back then because they show the song and the song's not even old enough for the credits. So then they're just like, whatever. Here's what the ocean sounds like. Deal with it.
No, that was
Oh,
right.
yes. They don't make them like that anymore.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, right?
I can't wait to see when he starts branching off and they start doing other shows like Diver Dan is on TJ Hooker because they did that, or like Rockford Files with Diver Dan,
Yeah.
Diver Dan meets Frankenstein.
Columbo. Oh, just one more.
Where'd you get the fin?
I'm just waiting to see Minerva this season. We haven't seen
Yeah.
Minerva yet.
She's the only
Well, this was a
bright spot.
controversial season because they hired a black actress to play her in a couple of the episodes.
So random, Alex.
I didn't make the show.
You haven't
You got to
seen
watch
it
to
either.
see the episodes. You got to watch to see the episodes.
Mm-hmm. So, just quickly, we don't have a bit for it, but that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think the only question that we have is, have you seen Morty?
I have not.
No, jeez.
Yeah.
I have. I got a phone call late yesterday from a number that I didn't recognize, but when I called it back, it was just spam.
Was he calling collect again?
I don't know. I don't know if he's calling anybody. He hasn't called me.
What if he's working at a call center and that's why?
Oh.
Well, he could be like, yeah, if he ended up going overseas, right? But that's
Mumbai or something. Yeah.
Yeah, getting trapped into one of those pig pork butchering schemes or whatever.
I kind of miss the guy. I don't know. You don't really
Well,
appreciate Morty until he's gone.
Until he's gone, right? And then you realize
how much you really didn't like him in the first place.
Yeah.
But you miss him,
Yeah,
you do.
It's like you don't want to be around him, but you just want to know he's okay.
Yeah, I miss teasing him.
Yeah.
Well, I got excited when you showed that he was near Mordor because I don't live too far from there. So I was thinking of going out this week and seeing if I can, put a little energy into finding him.
Yeah. I mean, we're all convinced he's dead, so we don't expect to see him anymore. But I mean, how often was Kyle dead?
Plenty of times,
Well,
and he still shows up.
He might, we haven't seen him in a while, though.
I was gonna say we haven't seen him in a while. Did he run off with Morty?
No, I don't think so. I think Yeah.
He's
I
seeing
thought
the
I
boat,
saw
man.
saw him underwater in the dead marshes.
And Gollum was leading him through.
Yes. Trixie. Okay, so I guess we didn't see Steve. So maybe he now
He's still working on the heat.
Now Steve and Morty and Kyle.
Uh-oh.
They're dropping like flies.
Maybe they're eating together so they don't eat alone today.
Oh, because it's don't eat alone. Nobody eats alone.
Yeah, national no one eats alone.
I thought it was National Eat a Scone Day.
Eat almond day. It's almond day. National almond day.
Almond scones.
That was Eat Greg Almond Day.
Oh, that's I'm not going to celebrate that. So what do you got coming up this week?
I'm going over here.
Oh my God.
Nice.
In New Jersey again.
Parsippany, New Jersey.
Ooh. I'm going to a new buffet on Tuesday.
Oh.
I'm bringing the buffets back. I'm going without a mask.
You know, in my day, we call them smorgasbords.
Good luck.
Dude, the
So we
buffet
have
was
the
the
Alex
thing
here
in the
next
80s.
week.
It was like the
I know.
Ponderosa. I always
yeah.
hated buffets because I always feel like everybody's looking at the stuff I take because I'm always watching the shit that they take from their plate. I'm like, God damn, that's a lot of macaroni. But as a kid, we always went because it was a family of 5. So I remember like Ponderosa growing up and stuff in upstate New York and things, you know.
Yeah, I remember a Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
Where you'd go up and the owners would stand back there staring at you like
like you had a problem.
Like, you know, you're eating me out of business.
We went to a Chinese buffet and my uncle, the ice cream machine wasn't kidding. And for the first 13 minutes, we thought my uncle was kidding. But he was bitching at him about the ice cream machine not working.
Oh, no.
Just going in. It was funny. You had to be there.
Yeah, I usually go to a Chinese restaurant for the ice cream. So I know what you mean.
Yeah. Chinese ice cream.
100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I went to a Chinese buffet as a kid and I haven't been back, I don't think. So.
There's an excellent seafood buffet near you, Tom.
Is it?
Last time I was down there, we went to this place.
What?
I don't know. Somewhere down there.
Buffet?
Yeah, seafood buffet. There's also like an all-you-can-eat sushi place near you.
Well, I already have I can eat sushi because I hate sushi.
Oh, okay.
So this is all I can eat sushi.
Come on down and slam some clams.
Yeah.
I have an all-you-can-eat sushi and I don't know, other stuff, fried rice and stuff, sushi masa.
I like to go to sushi, and every time they give me something, I just push it back. I'm like, why don't you go and finish cooking it?
Cal, what are you doing this week?
Me? I don't know.
Oh, wow.
More of that. Well, wherever you are, Steve, I hope you fixed your heating problem.
Yes.
Out in Ronkonkoma. You know how tough that can be.
Good luck, everybody.
So, yeah, sayonara and all that. What is
Via
somebody
con queso.
Bye con queso.
Bye with cheese.
Bye.